Howdy folks, I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. I know I said in the last episode that I would meet you at the Tiny Bronco. Before I leave the Wutai area, there's another enemy skill we can get from this area. Now we have our enemy skill materia back, we can get it from here. It's going to be this grassy area. So I think you can only get it in this grassy area, which is not where you would first land with the Tiny Bronco. So you'd have to wait till after you complete the Wutai, the Stolen Materia side quest before you can do this. But hang around in this grassy area here, and we're going to be encountering an enemy that we encountered earlier on the way here, called a razor weed, I believe is what it's called. It's a little tiny stick of grass that sticks out of the ground. It's like this tall, got like some long grass hairs sticking on the top of it. And if I can show it to you, which I did not get it here, so I'll let you meet you when I get to find the right battle. So I'll be right back. Alright, here's the enemy I'm looking for. These guys are called razor weedies. It's one. We need to manipulate one, so we need to manipulate one. They can be manipulated, I think. There we go. Now, these guys don't do too much damage to us, so we'll just let them attack us all they want. Now, on Eris's turn, we need to have them cast Magic Hammer. That's the enemy skill we're looking for on our enemy skill users, which is Tifa and Cloud. So, Magic Hammer. What it does is first of all, as you see, it's an enemy skill, like I said, and it takes away 100 MP from the caster and gives it to the user. It is a great boss drainer. You can use that magic hammer against bosses, drain them of MP, and then they'll just stand there and give you mean looks. So that's all they can do. Let's kill these guys off. Now, these are usually weak to fire, so we'll cast Beta on them. But there's where you get Magic Hammer. It's from these guys here called razor weeds. Like I said, they're very good for draining bosses of MP, because usually bosses have like 300 to 400 MP, sometimes like 500. Cast Magic Hammer 4 or 5 times, they'll be out of MP, and all they can do is, like I said, literally just stare at you, because most of their abilities require MP. Now they can still do regular physical attacks, but enemies that require a lot of skills will be out of MP, and they can't attack you. So that's really, really good for that kind of thing, especially the Genova bosses and, well, just, I can say bosses in general. A lot of bosses can be fought that way. So Magic Hammer is a very good skill to have. Alright, this time I really will meet you at the Tiny Bronco, and we'll head toward the Temple of the Ancients. Be right back. Alright, I'm back, and here I am back at the Tiny Bronco. As I said, I'd meet you here. We're ready to move on now. We can head this way. We're going to head to the Temple of the Ancients. And remember, you might remember a few episodes back what we learned about the Temple of the Ancients as far as how to get there. We need to go east toward the sea in reference to the gold saucer. Again, very vague description. But what they mean is taking the Tiny Bronco, and you can see the map. We're heading toward the east, roughly, heading toward the sea, roughly. What we need to head to is this lower part of the the eastern continent, rather. And remember, we have to stay on the shallow waters. And there's a lower part of this continent that we would not have been able to get to any other way because of mountains and stuff blocking it. But if we go down here, right at the top of the screen, you see that giant pyramid. That's the Temple of the Ancients. So, we could have come here when we first got the Tiny Bronco, but obviously we wouldn't have been able to get in because we didn't have the keystone. Now, there's one other place you could actually visit, where we will be visiting by the main story, because that's what the storyline will dictate, that you can visit now while you have the Tiny Bronco. But there's really not a whole lot you can do there except get some items. I think it might have a shop there that might have a few stronger items. Nothing that I'm really worried about at this point, because again, I'm revisiting that place eventually storyline-wise, so having the gear that they offer isn't really that big of a deal. As far as stealing goes, I believe we're actually caught up on my stealing list. Let me make sure here. Yeah, as far as stealing items, our next enemy for stealing isn't available until actually Disc 2. So, which by the way, we are very close to ending Disc 1. For those of you who are playing the original PlayStation version and the early release, the first release of the PC version, it's called Disc 1. For the Steam release, it's called Part 1 because we don't have multiple discs to deal with. Each disc is considered a part. So, In the Steam version, we're on part 1 right now. Other versions, it's called Disc 1. So, here's where we are. Let's go ahead and jump off here. We're going to head into the Temple of the Ancients, so let's head up through here. Just walk right up to the temple, and we're in. Could have saved, but it's no big deal. We saved before we got here. And you know you're in the right place. First of all, you can tell by the really unique music, and by this cutscene right here. As soon as you walk forward a little bit, Aeris has to, of course, tell you where we are. Okay, that's kind of vague. A black cape guy just came out of the top of the building. Alright, let's go up here and check out the Black Cape guy. Black Materia. Number 9. And for some reason he just up and floats away. I don't think they ever explained why he did that, but whatever. Alright, let's go inside the temple. Oh, we caught up with song. How many other songs do you know, Cloud? Tricked, huh? No? Okay. President was wrong, huh? So he's handing us the keystone, huh? How nice of him. We knew that because we saw Sung talking to his mother Elmira when she was still in the slums, house in the slums. Okay, we talked to Sung. Alright, fascinating conversation out of you. Alright. We are ready to head into the Temple of the Ancients. I want to let you know now this is kind of a point of no return. It's not in-game point of return, but it is a point of no return. Once you enter the temple, you won't be able to come out of it because of the way the architecture of the building works. You won't be able to come out of it. So, if there's anything you want to do now is the time. Anything you want to do before you go in here, now is the time to do it. Because once you put the keystone in the altar, and you enter the temple, you won't be able to get back out of here and go back to the Tiny Bronco or anywhere else for some time. So just keep that in mind. But we are ready to move on, so let's do so. Let's put the keystone in. Apparently water flowing is how we open the gate, open the door. And down we go. And we end up here. Alright, you might have noticed that guy in the purple guy in the beard that's moving around up there. We need to catch up to him. But we have a little exploration we can do. We have enemies here that we're going to be fighting, so be prepared for those. First of all, you want to go this way to down here. There's a lot of, looks like there's a lot of paths, but there's actually not that many. Some of them you can't actually get to. But usually there are some treasures along the way. Like if we go down here. And we go into the stairs here, we have a battle. We'll get to that treasure chest in a second. But first we have a battle against a new enemy. This is called an Under Lizard. Essentially these guys do exactly what you think they do. They're just like the ones that we met in the forest near Cosmo Canyon. They can cast Petrified Frog on you just like they did Eris. You'll become, well, countdown of petrification and transform into a frog. So if the timer runs out, you'll be petrified. But luckily Eris's limit break, or Tifa's limit break rather, killed the enemy and we'll be fine. So that's good. And Cloud's Restore leveled up, so that's good. We now have 3 materia that all have regen. Excellent. All 3 materia now have regen. And his lightning and fire materials are not quite close, well, close, but not there yet, to getting level 3 levels. Oh, I didn't show off my materia setups, by the way. I guess I should have shown that real quick. Cloud and Tifa still have double AP growth weapons, so right now I'm going to put my best materia on there. So right now I've got Restore, Lightning, Fire, and Elemental on Cloud. Again, Elemental is there strictly for AP growth because it's not paired. On his armor, he's got Poison added effect to prevent poison status ailment, enemy skill for multi-targeting magic, and steel. Eris is my mage. She's going to have all her multi-targeting magic on her. Restore all, Lightning all, Fire all, Steel, and Manipulate. Mostly the Manipulate to manipulate enemies for the enemy skills, of course. And then, of course, the double AP growth on Tifa's. Restore, Lightning, Fire, Cover, because I want that to gain as much AP as possible, so it can be useful when I'm trying to gain limit break levels. Ice Elemental for ice protection. Enemies in the upcoming area will have a tendency to cast ice-type magic, so having that on there will help reduce the damage, but it's not going to be that major. I mean, the damage that she's going to be reducing is only going to be 25% because the elemental materia is only 1 star, and the damage they deal is not going to be massive, but it's good to have just to help reduce damage because she is kind of weak on HP. As you can see, she's the lowest HP of the members in my party. And finally, she has steel, or rather, enemy skill, and steel for enemy skill, obviously for multi-targeting magic. Okay, let's move on now. I'm going to head up here, open this chest for a trident. That is a new weapon for Sid. All the weapons in this area will have no AP growth and no materia slots. The reason is these weapons were meant for you to be used during the stolen materia side quests. So technically, I kind of jumped the storyline a little bit. You should, but by the way they set this game up, you should do the stolen materia side quest after you finish the Temple of the Ancients, because they're going to give you a bunch of weapons that have no materia slots and no AP growth, but they're going to be better than the weapons you currently have as far as damage output. So I won't be using any weapons that we pick up here, because obviously I've completed the side quest. I need the materia slots. But if you haven't done it yet, and you want to make sure you have the best weapons you can possibly get at this point, go to the Temple of the Ancients first. Get all the weapons that you can there. That will be a great help to you when you get to Wutai and Yuffie steals your materia. Okay, next we want to go. I don't believe this is the way we want to go. No, this is not the way we want to go. We want to go down here and grab this. Hang on. Can we get to that chest right now? I can't remember. Hang on. Can we go down here? No, we can't. Okay, that's for something else. Alright. Let's go up here. This is the chest in the middle of the screen we can't get right now. We can't get on this map. We can get it another way. We'll go up here. We can't go in here because sealed. Alright, we can't go in that door. We go up here, follow this guy here, but before we do, we go over here, pick up this turbo ether. I don't think there's anything... battle. Here's a new enemy here. These guys are called Kelsmelzer. Okay, whatever. I believe they're weak to fire, so feel free to fire away. They cast poison, which obviously won't do any good on Cloud because he has poison added effect on his materia, on his armor, so he won't take poison, get the poison status ailment. So use level 3 Firaga, you use Firaga, or use Beta if you want. That should eliminate those guys pretty quickly, because I believe they're actually weak to fire. Okay, that's going to be the way we actually need to go, so I don't want to go that way yet. Did I miss a step? I think we can do that in a minute. Yeah, we can do that in a little bit. Okay. First, let's go up here. Up this vine right here. We'll pick up this item that's next to the stairs. A mine source. Now we head in this door. And we can talk to this guy here. Looks a little bit like a bearded VII to me. Final Fantasy IX. He waited for us. Not really, he ran away from us for a while. The spirit bodies of the ancients, huh? Oh, they were to protect the temple. I see. Let's open up this chest. Here we get a silver rifle. That is a weapon for Vincent. Again, another no AP, no slots, no AP growth, no slots weapon. We can talk to this guy and we can get Let Me Rest for instant in, so we get HP and MP restored. We can save here. Let's see what he's got for a shop. Potion, High Potion, Phoenix Downs, Ethers, Hypers, Maiden's Kiss, Tranquilizer, Tent. I want a few more tents. Alright, Maiden's Kiss cures the frog status, which would have been nice to have had during the during that battle square battle, but whatever. Alright, nothing I'm really worried about here. I need some, I'm short on Ethers. Okay, never mind, I'm fine on Ethers. I'm not going to buy Ethers, that's just too expensive. I got plenty of high potions, so I'm doing fine there. Is there anything I want to sell? Let's see what I've got. I don't need these attack items anymore because I'm never going to lose my materia again. So you can sell all those if you want to. All those damage dealing items that you've kept over time. If you still have any left after the stolen materia side quest, you can go ahead and get rid of them by selling them if you'd like. Guard source, mine source, Lasan nut, blue shield nut, Sahara nut. Don't need the Yoshiyuki, drill arm. I'll save the hairpin, save the Cypress CR. This I'm going to put on Sid eventually. We got the Dragoon Lance and the hairpin you might remember from while we were in Mutai. Adam and Bangle is not any good. Aiden Coat wasn't any good. Peace Ring. I'll hang on to it because it might be useful in the battle square. Good for reducing, preventing those 3 status ailments, which would cause a problem in the battle square. Because once your one character becomes berserked, there's nothing you can do about it. Trident is one of the weapons we just picked up with no AP growth and no slots. But I'm gonna save them just so I can show you how much more powerful they are than the current weapons. And that's it. I don't want to sell any materia. Okay, so we're good. Alright, we've already done our end. We've already checked the shop. You can go ahead and save here. So, this is another warning letting you know that if you save here and you're lost or whatever, you can't go back to the main overworld map to go anywhere because, again, that's kind of a point of no return. You can't leave the Temple of the Ancients. Just letting you know that. Save. Alright, I'm all saved up. Let's go ahead and continue on then. You didn't actually have to stop at him, but it's good for the storyline and stuff, and good to save and all that good garbage. Alright, now we need to go back up the stairs and back down this vine. And we need to head south. We need to go ahead and take the ramp that I started to take. What do we have here? Oh, we got this guy again. We also have a new frog. These guys in the back, the frog jabs are back. They're the guys that can deal frog jab. What you want, if you haven't learned, thanks. If you haven't learned Frog Song from the frogs in the forest near Cosmo Canyon, you can go ahead and learn them from these two frogs here. They'll cast their Frog Song on you as well. I believe those frogs in the forest near Cosmo Canyon, I think those were called Touch Me's, and those frogs, they were just called Poison Frogs, I think, or something like that. I'm going to go down these stairs here, down these stairs, over here to this vine, open up this chest here. Need to get to it before the battle. Alright, my lightning materia leveled up on Cloud after that battle, so I now have 3 lightning materials that have tier 3 magic. That's awesome. This gives us a rocket punch. I believe that is a weapon for Tifa. So I'm going to show off this example here. Okay, I was wrong. The rocket punch is a weapon for Barret, or has to be, by the fact that I can't put a new weapon on Tifa. We need to follow that spirit guide there. Before we do, we actually want to head up here, through this little archway here, down these steps, up this vine, as we can climb this vine. As you can see on the left hand side of the screen, there's a materia over there. You can go get that materia. And what is that materia? Well, it is a Luck Plus materia. It is similar to the HP and MP Plus materias that I showed you in Fort Condor. They literally just they strictly just boost your luck stat. I won't be using this particular materia, especially considering luck isn't really that important, or that luck stat is not that important to me. But if you want to, it's not a bad one to have, especially if you're new to the game and you want to try to up your stats as much as you can. Again, it's just like the there it is. It's a purple materia, therefore it's passive materia. As soon as you equip it, that ability is on your character. Right now it's luck plus 10%. As you can see, it has 5 stars. So every time it levels up, the luck boost that it will give you will increase by each one of those stars. So once you master it out, your luck will increase by a massive amount. Just like your HP and MP will increase by massive amounts if you use those HP and MP plus materials that I showed you back at Cosmo Canyon. Or was it Fort Condor? It was Fort Condor. I think it was Cosmo Canyon that I saw those at, not Fort Condor. So my mistake. Alright. Head back down the vine. And then we go back up the stairs, back to the arch, and then we go to catch up with that spirit body of the ancient thing. So go down this this here. Oh no, we went. It came this way. I got confused for a second. Been a little while since I played. We need to go up through here and into here. Follow this guy here, and now we need to do a little kind of mini game. We need not get crushed. Oh boy. Okay, right there. Good enough. You see, there's a gap in each one of those stones. You need to try to put Cloud right in that gap. He'll kneel down every time it goes over him. Now turn left. Oh, my timing was just good enough. Turn left here. Now this is get that morph materia. That's essentially kind of like a checkpoint. If you were to get under one of those rollers and it crush you, before you got to this point, it would push you back all the way to the left. Now, if you get caught under one of these stones and crush you, I don't think you take any damage, but it'll push you back. It'll push you back to this point here. You won't go all the way back to the beginning, all the way back to the left. Alright, so let's see how we're going to go. Get under it. Alright, got under it. Oh, that was close. Next one. One more time. And we're good. Like all you want to do is you're trying to get in the crack between those the stone. I don't think you take any damage. If it actually rolls you just end up getting pushed all the way back to either the middle point if you're this far, all the way to the left if you didn't get to the middle yet. Alright, we need to go where Eris and Tifa are going. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's going to show us, huh? What could this evil consciousness be? The Turks? That's the evil consciousness? Oh, he just asked her out. Is that professional? Can Turks ask each other out? Apparently so. He just did. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like the evil consciousness I'm expecting to see. Howdy, Sang. What? That's a good question. He can do that? So he's the one who hurt Song. That again is part of him, huh? I don't wanna. Bright screen. Alright, looks like we'll be fighting Sephiroth soon. Oh, how appropriate he's coming down behind us. We can't talk to him, can we? There he just flies away. Alright. I apologize if you can hear my cat in the background. She's being noisy again. Anyway, let's move on. We can head this way. We can talk to this guy again. For a rest. Instant HP and MP restoration. And save. I will save real quick and be right back. Alright, I'm saved up, ready to go. Let's head down this way. Get on these stairs here. And we'll be in the next little puzzle part. This puzzle part is the Time Guardian. Ye who seek the knowledge of the ancients, I control time, select your path. Alright. There's it's basically a clock room, and we need to go to, we'll visit each one of these rooms in the next episode of Final Fantasy VII. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the links at the end of this video for more of my videos, and thanks so much for watching. I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade, and I'll see you later.